Welcome once again. Apologies for the interruption that we had. It was due to some technical challenges that we were unable to handle at the moment, but we are so grateful to God that we are back. I'm in Peter Marisburg, and I'm with Pastor Martinello, one of the fathers, the elders that I've come to respect, to honor, and look up to. He's an example in marriage, an example as a parent, an example as a man, and even an example to the society. So I decided to just come spend some time with him and also share together what we have this morning as we look at this subject. So we want to officially welcome you, and I want to give an opportunity to also welcome Pastor Martinello, and so that he can also welcome you as well.
Yes, thank you very much. I've been introduced. My name is Sinatra Martinello. I've been enjoying these sessions on teaching that have been happening on Facebook with Dr. Mtiti, and I really just was excited yesterday when I heard him talk about the importance of marrying for yourself and not marrying for others. And at times with the peer pressure, parents putting pressure, the need and stuff, can really bring pressure for people to skip the things that you have to observe before you get married. So thank you for this privilege.
Thank you so much, Pastor Martinello, also for accepting to be part of what God is doing. Such a blessing to always have elders around and just to share wisdom and learn from them. First, we started something before we had an interruption. We said it's possible that people can even marry for the friends and maybe sometimes even maybe for color or the structure of the body. And from your experience, have you ever seen something like that or heard something like that where somebody married because the friends recommended?
When I was at college, Bible school, back home in Zambia, at the Theological College of Central Africa, I know Wednesday at the singles quarters where we were, it was a day to pray for wives. So there was a lot of pressure, everyone wants to, and a lot of discussion, in the among us. And rarely did we talk about inner beauty and spirituality and waiting upon the Lord. It was mostly the outward appearance and the youthful kind of talk. Which, so you are right, people can marry just as a result of color, what people are talking about, but I think there are biblical recommendations that we need to dwell on, especially when we talk about inner beauty.
Wow, thank you so much, Pastor. Then yesterday we picked it up from there. We spoke about the financial standing, that somebody must be able to be financially able to stand and able to manage to take care of his wife, his children. And I think, if you remember, I said that I don't mean somebody must be a billionaire, somebody must be rich. But I think I strongly feel that somebody must have some kind of like source of income, even if it's just to put bread on the table and buy clothes for the family. Because marriage is not what we look at, how we look at it when we're young. We think it's just about a love with kisses and all that.
Definitely.
Is there something that you can show that, Pastor?
There are two ways you can look at this. The first is definitely you can't plan and marry somebody else and then move that person to your parents' home or your friend's home. Usually ladies in their first year of marriage, they want space, they want quiet, they don't want people to be listening through the doors and everything. It's just not acceptable. So when we marry and we want to marry, think of when you want to take your wife. My experience was before I got married, I just completed Bible college. My wife was working, I was not working. So at times, that's the second part I could talk about. For the first year of our marriage, my wife was the person that was the breadwinner. It sounds a bit awkward, especially in the African context, but when the two are married, they become one flesh. And so what is not acceptable is that they become one flesh in their parents' home, but they can become one flesh in their home. Even if it's a one room, even if it's just under a tree where it's a grass cut. So my wife worked, I didn't work, and one of the things I've known about marriage and money, tables turn. So in the first year, we were dependent on my wife. today I'm the major breadwinner.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
but the two have to be financially able to
Wow.
bring children on earth,
Wow.
to feed themselves,
Wow.
and not to be dependent on the parents.
Wow, that's so powerful. That's so, I've seen even some people like when they're doing marriages, like the weddings.
Yeah.
When you look at their list, you find that it's like all the money will come from the people, and they themselves they're not even putting it.
Exactly, which is not acceptable.
Yes, because if people don't help, because they don't help, you get upset.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, then the difference in culture, Pastor, when you say something about the difference in culture, I've seen actually when you listen to people that are divorcing and all that, you realize that most of them, not all of them, but most of them, the differences come about not because of culture. You find that maybe what we value most in Zambia as our values in our homes, our marriages, our communities, may not be the values that they also have maybe in South Africa. And if one is not prepared in those areas or those lines, you find that it becomes like, for example, somebody doesn't do what you value most, it comes out like they don't have respect, they don't care. So I strongly feel that even the differences in culture, the values, these must be known by those who are contemplating of getting into marriage.
Excellent. And I like the point you mentioned, those contemplating.
Yes.
Because don't start discussing this when you are in marriage
Yes.
already. So it's very important that before the marriage happens, you sit down
and you
and
talk about
it.
Wow.
In our culture, this is what to do. These are the expectations. This is what we don't do. This is how we deal with the major areas of marriage, money, communication, relatives, and all that. If those things are not agreed upon and talked before the marriage, as you said, when you're contemplating marriage, then it's not safe. You need to discuss those matters.
Before making it, before you say I do.
Yes. Before saying I do, you need to come together. When you are dating and people are in a relationship, they talk with nothing all the time. But it's important to discuss the real issue and talk about culture, expectations, likes and dislikes, context of where we grew up and some of what we see as our strengths, which might not be seen as strengths in other cultures. So very, very important.
I think this is why, Pastor, we always say that marriage is hard work, because from what you are talking about, it's not a small thing. It's like it's a school that you are studying. You need to study about somebody's culture, somebody's background. If you are a man, you need even to know maybe the temperament of the woman you want to marry, the weaknesses, what happens to women, and between this age to this age. So it's a school.
It is a school. So, yesterday you brought out a very important point. You said, love is blind, but marriage is an eye opener. When I love that point. I wrote it down in my diary. Because, when you marry, actually your eyes get opened to a number of things. And as you observe those things, it's work. It's a project. But the grace of God is sufficient for us to do that project, but it's not child's play. We need to work hard to build our marriage. It's work.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor. Just lastly, before we conclude, Pastor, on education, you also feel, I strongly feel, I think we're in the same shoes where, for example, I've seen some marriages and I've heard of men or wives who are not proud of their spouses. They can't really go with them to the meeting or, executive meetings because maybe they are scared. They're embarrassed. And at a certain stage, I think they begin to feel like, I made the mistake, I should have married maybe the secretary or this, because the secretary needs to be more educated and more like understanding at that level. Would you say education also is something that we must consider or that people must consider?
Definitely, you cannot ignore that. You cannot, and that's another mistake many people make when they talk about marriage. You do not discuss levels of education. Again, I've seen people who have married having had huge qualifications in life, which is not a problem, and marry somebody that is just not there. And as you said, when they go for executive meetings, You know, they rather go with their daughter or their secretary because they're embarrassed.
Yes.
And the other way is also correct, where the wife is very educated,
Yes.
the husband is zero education,
Yes.
and most men struggle with that.
Wow.
You know, they end up actually sitting on the vision and aspirations of the woman. So consider education. It's not something that you should take lightly.
Wow.
It's very important. I totally agree with you.
Wow. Wow. So in actual sense, Pastor, you're saying that in an event, if I got it clearly, you're saying in an event where maybe one of the spouses is not academically sound or not educated, that it can be a responsibility of maybe the other partner to lift them up. Is it? That's what you're saying.
My testimony is when I got married to my wife, of course she worked hard.
Yes.
She only had the grade 12 certificate.
Yes.
And so we agreed that we're going to make our education a priority.
Wow.
And now she's a doctor. And
Wow.
So
wow.
You are right. I
Wow.
agree with you. You know, I'm not saying don't marry educated people, just look for the educated. If you marry somebody, you love somebody that is not educated,
Wow.
make it your project
Wow.
to polish them and
Wow.
get them to where Jesus would have loved them to be.
Pastor,
So it's a blessing.
Hey, you have just made my day. You said polish them. You must polish them to shine.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
Very, very important.
Wow.
Very important.
Hey, which takes us back again, Pastor, to hard work. That marriage is hard
Yes,
work.
hard
Because it's like polishing each other, building each other, adding value to each other. So what is important is love. When you love somebody, then you go an extra mile. You see what I was telling you social media? Pastor Machiavello is a blessing. Look at what he did to his wife. He polished and today she has a doctorate. And if somebody comes with one person to marry that, but she was not like that. She has been made into that.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us. We want you to share the video, share the word with others. Are there any last words, Pastor Machiavello?
I just want to say, I think you are scratching where it's eating most in society today. The devil has been really targeted marriages, a lot of competition in marriages, a lot of struggles in marriages. This is not just an African thing, it's across the world. And you're beginning to handle the foundations of marriage. I think this is just an amazing subject. So we pray that more people will be able to watch the after play. And this is just an amazing subject. Well done.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor.
Thank you.
We pray that we'll continue and
Yes.
I'll make a plan that the two of us can handle it because you have so much to share from your experience.
No, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you. Thank you, viewers. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 and very soon we'll be able to see Pastor Machiavello come in and maybe if you even do it alone, then we post or we do it together, but we'll be able to get back to you. Share the video and the video also be uploaded on the YouTube. And let's share, let's save marriages, let's make our marriages, let's make our lives count. Thank you so much and the Lord bless you. Amen.